Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, I'm excited because today we're just going to dive in to new makeup. There was a ton of stuff recently released, per usual, and I just want to touch it, I want to play with it, I want to put it on my face, I want to see if it's worth my time, my tea, my thoughts. So there really is no rhyme or reason to today's video. I'm just going to dive right in. So first things first, I think I want to obviously do my eyes. Now I did go ahead and do the Urban Decay Brow Blade in Neutral Nana in the brows because hello, we have to get those out of the way. But when it comes to eyeshadow, here's my deal, okay? I really like, after the week I've had, I'm just like, I don't even want to wear eyeshadow. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what's a good alternative to eyeshadow? Liquid eyeshadows. Guys, I have 3 of these. They are new from Smith & Colt, which I recently reviewed their foundation. I will link it up here. And when I picked that up, I also picked up these. I have a blush for today's video. And I just kind of wanted to pick up and play around with a couple of their other products. So I thought maybe we could go in. I'm going to do a kind of a chill eye look and then pop this on, see if it's good, see how it wears. So I have 3 shades here. Let's take a look. See, oh my God. Okay, I think these are called, they're Smith & Colt Glitter Baby Metallic Shift eyeshadows. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's get some color going on here. Oh, okay, all right, you look gorgeous. This is the shade Blue to Pink Original, because you know, it goes from blue to pink. Okay, so this is the shade Strawberry. Oh, she's pretty. Then the last one I have right there is Ice Blue, and that one has more of like a really deep purple undertone to it with like flecks of kind of green, blue, pink glitter in it, but very pretty. I love that I wanted to do a light color eye look, and I picked up apparently 3 of the darkest liquid shadows I could find. Cool. Okay, Paige, nice try. So here's the thing, guys. Originally, I wanted to go with this top blue pink one, but I don't think that's gonna match the rest of what I have going on, so I think I'm gonna shift down to the pink one. I know, but you know what, guys? Sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the rest of our makeup, and today I don't even really consider that much of a sacrifice because it's really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead here and throw on some Tarte Shape Tape just as a base. Hello, where's my mirror? Me trying to find a mirror. Okay guys, so I was going through and swatching purple and pink and everything undertones. First of all, I started in the Jouer blush book because I've been using these as eyeshadows. Gorgeous. But I think I found my match. I'm gonna take this purple shade. This is out of the Marc Jacobs Stiletto palette. I did a full review on this. I will link it up here for you guys. And I think that it will match that middle shade perfectly. So I'm actually gonna just take and I think run that through the crease. Now I did not set my concealer, so hopefully this will go on, be a good tacky base, and we will be good to go. Okay, and just to blend out the edge of that purple a little bit, I'm going to take this light bone colored shade at the very end, same brush, which is the Morphe Y19, of course, and I'm going to take and blend this here up into the brow bone. There we go. I just want to diffuse that purple a little bit. Okay, so I like where we're at now, and I'm going to go in with the Glitter Baby from Smith & Colt, again in the shade Strawberry, and I think what I'm going to do is just apply it to the lid and then maybe manipulate it out a little bit with my finger. Girl, you better get comfy for this. This is going to be a good time. I'm just going to take here, let's do kind of a, oh God, it's pretty. And then take my finger here and kind of stamp it around. This will both press in the glitter as well as make it so there's no edges. Whoa, that has such a dark base. Holy crap, there was no dark purple right there. None on this part of my lid, and it is so dark now. This is like set in a much darker base. Like when I swatched it, it looks like it's set in a dark base, but I didn't think it was that dark. Holy bejesus, Batman. Okay. Sorry, that just caught me a little bit off guard. Building up another layer here real quick. Trying to build up the light tone, but it's really not happening for me. Do you know what I'm not loving about this? How dark it's making my eyes look. That's really bothering me. Like when you swatch it, it looks so pink and bright and beautiful, but then when you apply it to the lid, there's barely like a veil of pink sparkle and it looks so dark. I don't know how I feel about this. It's really kind of killing my vibe right now. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's like not even close to what it looks like in swatch or even in the tube. It's that dark base that it's set in. The dark base like builds and builds and gets darker and darker, but the glitter and like the pink, the pretty light reflect, that part doesn't build, so it just looks really dark and overwhelming. Again, it's not ugly, it's just like not what I kind of thought I was getting. So, okay. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that purple shade and just kind of blend into the crease because now my lid is way too dark and it doesn't match the crease. So that's cool. Great. And then when I went in and added that shadow, it like buffed away all the pink glitter that was on top. So now I have no pink glitter and just very dark colored eyelids. Okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do instead, because I'm not about ready to take this chance again on any of these other colors. I'm gonna just go in with the Charlotte Tilbury palette. I reviewed this yesterday or the day before for you guys. I will link it up here. And I'm gonna go in with the shade that I fell in love with in that video, which is this guy right up here. And I'm just going to apply this to the center of my lid just to bring it back to life. And then we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. Oh, it looks green, guys. That base is so dark, it makes that shadow look green. Okay, all right. Change of plans again. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to end up wiping this shadow off anyways. On the other eye, I'm going to take the shade Blue to Pink in the center of the lid just to see how it looks. So again, I'm just going to apply and blend with my finger. Okay, do you see how nice and bright this eye stayed? It's still set in a slightly deeper colored base, but nothing like that pink shade. But again, all I'm really getting after I pat it out is like a veil of blue glitter. Like where is this beautiful shimmer? Where does that go? Because you don't get that on the lid. Like once you pat it out, dry it down, it's gone. I don't know. I'm not loving these. Also, can I just say the shade Strawberry, like it shouldn't be called Strawberry. It should be called like Mystic Strawberry or like Evil Strawberry or something, because that was evil. Okay guys, I went ahead, I cleaned that off, and I'll probably just go in with like some bronzer in the crease, call it a day. I think I'm definitely gonna have to play around with those a little more, because as of right now, I'm not obsessed, but you know, maybe they just need to be worked a little bit more, maybe, I don't know. Moving on from there, I have the new Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer. Now, first thing I'm gonna say, I love this little package. I did review their entire collection back when it first released, what was that, like 6 months ago or so, when they first released the Do You collection, and now they're just kind of going through and adding little things here and there, which I'm okay with. I love the expansion idea. I didn't love the whole line. I loved a couple things. The blush duo was really nice. I liked the foundation. I think I kept that, which I'm not going in with that foundation today because hello, I'm testing a new primer and all of these things. So you guys know I like to keep at least one thing relatively consistent. Now let's take a look at this primer. Ooh. Okay, so first of all, everything still smells like watermelon, which is actually a very nice smell. Oh my gosh. And that's the primer, super luminous. Wow. Let's go ahead. I just want to take like a little bit here and I want to work it out onto my hand. See kind of what it looks like when you rub it in. Oh my gosh, that's actually really pretty. I don't even think you can quite see it. I just did it right in this region. It's like a really glowy, almost like pearlescent sheen to the skin, but not in like an overdone way. I'm just going to take it, apply it. Now it's something I don't even know if you can see on camera. I put it on this half of the face. It's not on this half yet. And in person, it does give like a really nice, very light kind of pearlized look to the skin, which is quite pretty actually. I don't hate this. I thought it was going to be like some weird glitter situation, and it's not. Now for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Catrice HD Full Coverage. This is in their lightest shade, and it's 010 Light Beige, which is so dark. Now I'm picking this foundation because I know I can go in and use a little bit of it to cover my entire face. And it's a foundation that I can use with other concealers to match my skin a little bit better. Because I only need a little bit of it to really give me decent coverage, it'll really let us see that luminous primer kind of shine through. And I just think it'll look really pretty. So for concealer, I have two different options we can try. One is new, one is not. So we will start with the new one here. This is from Clarins. It's their Instant Concealer. And what does it say on the back here? This skin smoothing formula visibly conceals dark circles for a brighter, even, and refreshed look throughout the day, medium to full coverage, and this is in shade 1. It has a more natural finish to it, and it's kind of pretty. Not super full coverage though. I definitely agree with the medium side of their statement, and that blends in effortlessly. Let's see how this builds. I'm going to use my beauty blender, go over top of that here. Yeah, I'd say a solid medium coverage. Pretty look to the skin. Doesn't feel super heavy. I'm not mad at it. So I just want to check and see, like just for fun. The other concealer I picked up here is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is their Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, and I picked it up in the shade Fair Neutral, and it looks pretty light. So I'm wondering if, oh, that is light, and boy, that is yellow too. I'm just wondering, like, could I maybe make this a little bit brighter by adding this on top of this other concealer? Oh, that kind of brightened up a little bit. I think I'm just going to take a little bit of this and go in and apply it to the same areas I just applied the other concealer. Just to give me a little bit more brightness. Oh my god, this thing, does anybody else get that stuck in there? Holy bejesus, Batman. Guys, you know what this primer is reminding me of under my foundation? I couldn't put my finger on it. It's the VDL Luma Layer Primer. They both look so similar. Like, my foundation looks so dewy and so luminous underneath, but it's like glowing. It's not the foundation. It's not oily. This looks so gorgeous right now. So next up here, we're going to grab the Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Translucent Setting Powder. I grabbed this in Translucent Radiant Pearl because apparently, girl, we're just going to be glowing all day, all night, all our lives. Okay, so we open it up here. It looks like we have another one of these little troughs that you kind of, it's like one of those like barn doors or cellar doors on the side of the old houses when you'd like, and you'd open up the cellar door and then you could like walk down. My old house had one of those. It was pretty cute. Also pretty creepy. Too Faced, you're all set. Oh, look at this little peel off sticker. Guys, they made it easy so I can get in with my little no nail nubby fingers. Thank you, Too Faced, for thinking of me. So I'm just going to grab my little P82 Sigma brush here, and I'm going to take a little bit of this powder, which does come in this cute little net, and I'm going to be applying that and pressing it into the under eye. I should probably look at this powder first, though, and like see what it looks like. Oh, girl. Okay. I did it like in this whole area, and then I really sheared it out. It does give you a little bit of that cast, but is there glitter in here? There's like, when I say micro, I mean like micro glitter, but it's not coming across as glitter on my hand. Like not super intensely. Okay, I'm curious. Let's just do it. Let's just do the damn thing. First, we gotta blend out these damn creases, okay? Gotta really pack it in that under eye baggage, let me tell ya. Oh my God, this powder also smells like watermelon. This has given me like some big time double bubble, or not, is it double bubble? Remember there were the 5 packs of gum. They came like this and they were in the big square chunks like this big. And when you first started chewing them, they were delicious. And then like 13 seconds later, they had no flavor. Wasn't that double bubble gum? I think that's what it was. Pat out the Hulk. Pat out the Hulk. He is giant. Pat out the Hulk. So like, I don't know if this is something you should set your whole face with because like I just set the Hulk with it. And I feel like I have like a giant white shiny patch in my forehead. It's reminding me of the Laura Mercier Glow setting powder that everybody's like, oh my God, what is this? That's what this is reminding me of. But like, here's the tea. I don't hate it under my eyes. But like, would I hate it on the rest of my face? Ooh, I'm just like nervous. Okay, but you know what, guys? That's what today is all about. Bippity boppity boo, get yourself over it. Let's move on. So I'm just gonna take this giant Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush. This is the JH01, and I have a very light dusting of powder on this. We're just gonna go in, guys. We're just gonna go for it, even though it is causing me to be extra pale, but that's fine. The glow I'm getting is a pink sheen. Also, it's not really setting my skin. Like setting, like locking it in place. I just sweeped it over my cheek and it like whoosh, like all this foundation moved because it wasn't like set down intensely enough, if that makes sense. You can see I have like a straight like sheen to my skin, but not in a super unflattering way. It is a little bit pink. Like this doesn't shift neutral glowy. This shifts like white to pink, that kind of a shift to it. They say radiant pearl finish. I don't know that I would consider this radiant pearl, not unless you have a pink pearl. I am going to take a little bit of my Laura Mercier powder here because this is just like a straight up matte regular powder. And I'm just going to lightly put this over top of that powder just to really lock in my foundation and make everything set down a little bit better. So for bronzer, I'm going to be testing out this guy from Pretty Vulgar. This is in 120 Sunkissed Snitch. Okay, and it's bronzed B, and I actually got this in a BoxyCharm. Oh, that's actually not bad. Like, as long as I go in with a light hand, I think I can make this work. Okay. Oh my God, a very light hand. Oh my God. Okay, so she's got pigment. Okay, we got that established. Check. Dorito Cheeto Cupcake. Yeah. Okay, so the more that I look at that setting powder that I used, especially under the eyes, here's my thing. I think the difference is that when I went in and I had just that on, I had like this really nice glowy nymph kind of like ethereal look going on, right? Like a little garden nymph. And now that I have the bronzer on, I'm starting to look a little bit more like a drunk nymph who went and played in the dirt a little bit. Like it's just an interesting juxtaposition. Once you start putting on the rest of your makeup, you realize how different that is than what you're used to. You know what I mean? So I'm having a little bit of a rough time with it. Okay, like I still don't hate it, but now I'm just like, it's really coming together and I'm like, oh, that's really different than what I'm used to. Whoa. Guys, I am a failure at life. I just realized I forgot the jelly highlight from Too Faced. Okay, how do we feel about trying to pat this on over our set face? I know it's not the best idea, but like I've seen people do it and it works. So we're gonna try it. So I'm just gonna take the tiniest amount on my finger. I know it looks like there's a lot, but there's not. And we're just going to dab on that much. I'm gonna blend it out with this finger very quickly. Guys, why does that not look bad? Oh my gosh, I'm so used to this going so poorly. That actually is really pretty. I want to take my sponge here and just smooth it out a little bit. The texture of this highlight is really good because it didn't lift my foundation, and on this cheek, everything lifts my foundation, everything. And it didn't right here, which is really good. The packaging on this Nars palette, guys, makes me so excited. It reminds me of like a waterbed from like 1994, and I'm living. And then when you open it up, all the pans are the same, wiggly, ripply, water looking. So I think out of the blushes, I want to grab this really beautiful coral, bright coral peach. I think this is a stunning shade, and I think it's gonna look gorgeous on. So I'm just gonna take my blush brush here. This is the Flawless Brush 227 from IT Cosmetics, and I'm going to dive in. Now I will say, just from swatching these, I really did have to give them a little pressure to get a decent swatch. So these are, I think, a little sheer. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a sheer blush, which I'm not mad at. I don't mind having to build up a blush, especially if it controls the pigment a little bit better and makes it so I can have a little more control. Ooh, that's really, really pretty, actually. Ooh. Oh, I had another blush. Oh, dang it. Hold on. I have one more blush. This is from Smith & Co. It is their Flash Flush Blush, blah, 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 and this is in the shade Universal Peach. Ooh, what does it look like next to the shade I'm... Actually, that and the shade I'm using right now are really similar. This is the one I'm putting on my face. This is the Smith & Co. Those two that are right next to each other. Very similar. I should try the Smith & Co. on this side. It looks a lot more like luminous, a little bit more of like a chunky highlight kind of blush. So I'm definitely going out on a limb here, but I mean, why not? What the hell? That's what these videos are for. Oh, yep. A lot more pigment on this one. Okay. I'm going in with a very, very light hand on this. Ooh, super luminous. I like this. So when you swatch it, it looks like a shimmery eyeshadow. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, what the hell is this? But when you go in and you work with it in a little amounts, it's actually really nice. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of the Smith & Co. on the other side here just to make sure that we're a little bit more even, because it does have a lot more base pigmentation to it than the Nars one. I actually really like this. This is definitely a more luminous, shimmery kind of a palette. They all have like more of a shimmery, satiny kind of finish to them. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually quite like it, and I think going into summer, it's gorgeous. Now I do have to blend this cheek out because we're having a little bit of pigmentation happening right here. So we're just gonna blend a little bit more because we need to. Okay, so that definitely helped. I'm gonna grab my, oh no, I'm not. I'm not gonna grab the Morphe spray. Do you know why I'm not gonna grab the Morphe spray? Because I have the Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Setting Spray, and this is actually a reformulated setting spray because when they launched it the first time, they had this, and girl, it was awful. I hated everything about it. They're saying that this is a new and improved formula, and it says shake vigorously for 5 seconds. It says it on the box, and it also says it on this little sticker. So shake vigorously for 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. And what did we learn from Friends and Ross Geller, guys? You can't ever, ever count Mississippi-less. All right, so I think we're good and shaken, and we're going to spray it on the face. Let's check the spray here. Ooh, very. You got, oh, it's like an extended spray. Watch. Ooh, that was gratifying. Still very watermelony. This is where I have a hard time with the smells when they're in the spray, because it's like, oh, you can't get away from it. It like goes up your nose and down your lungs and in your ass, and it just ends up everywhere, and you're like, oh. Okay, let's do this. Let's spray. I can literally barely feel that. I mean, barely feel that. Like, didn't even need to dry my face because it's such a fine mist. Can you paint with all the colors of the watermelon? So at this point, I'm pretty glowy from all their other products, but I don't hate this, actually. It did settle into the skin. Very, very fine mist. My problem is that this is what I like. I like a real wet setting spray that I can just like spray on, and it's like coats me. You know what I mean? That's what I like in a setting spray. I do want to take and move on though to this highlight, and I want to hit the cheekbones with it and see if she's any good, girl. I'm going to grab my Morphe R36 brush here, and I'm going to dive right on in, get myself a good little coating. Ooh. Okay, I'm not mad. Goes on very light to the skin. This is not a heavy highlight at all, and I quite like it. It's very thin in formula. And girl, she's highlighting me all the way to Jesus and back down. I like it. All right, so I'm gonna take my Morphe again, and then I'll go in one more time with this Do You Fresh Glow Spray. I only did 2 sprays on that side. On the other side, I wanna go in with my normal, my Catrice. So I think the main difference that I'm seeing in those 2 sprays, the Catrice versus the one that they released reformulated, I think the Catrice does a better job at like melding and pressing everything into the skin and making it look a little bit more cohesive, a little more together, whereas the other side doesn't really help with that stuff. It doesn't hurt it, but it also doesn't help it. That's like the main difference, I think. Either way though, both sides definitely look real glowy. My whole face looks glowy. Who are we kidding, girl? I look like I could land a plane just by like standing there, hit me with a spotlight, bitch, I glow. I look like a glow worm. That's what I look like, a glow worm. Okay, so I ran ahead real quick. I threw my hair up because guys, first of all, let me just tell you, I'm having that internal struggle of like to do or not to do my hair, and it's just winning to just not do it. So we're just gonna keep it back and like maybe I'll consider revisiting it. But for now, I just wanted to let you know, I did go in with mascara. I didn't have a new one, so I just went in with my Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. So moving on from that, we're gonna deal with lips, and I picked up the Becca, Khloe, Malika collection lipstick here. This is in Cupid's Kiss, and I saw this swatched on Trend Mood or on somebody's video, and guys, I died. I had to have it. I just love this brown tone. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I have other options today, but I was like, no, this comes first. I have to put it on. I'm putting it on right this second. And am I gonna line my lips? No, because I'm too lazy to get up and go get a lip liner. So let's just apply. Oh my God, so smooth. Ooh. Oh, it's me in every way. Now I also picked up one of these from Nars. They just came out with these multi-use glosses. I believe they have them in 3 different shades. I picked up Star Babe. It's just like a beautiful clear white kind of shade. It has an odd like flat plastic spatula. But guys, the shimmer, glimmer, loveliness of this is so stunning. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this and apply it to the center of this lip. This is a satin lip, so it definitely doesn't need gloss, but like, girl, we're gonna give it some. Just in the dead center. Oh, guys, that's everything. Well, now I guess the deal with these is you can, oh, I need to wipe that. Guys, don't forget, if you put this over top of a lipstick, you better wipe that spatula off, girl, because it is now covered in lipstick. And it looks really pretty too. My only issue, okay, it's already on the Invisalign, but other than that, the only issue I'm having with it is that it does look like it's kind of disturbing the lipstick, breaking it apart a little bit. I just feel like it's not the type of lip gloss that I would put over a satin formula, is really what it boils down to at the end of the day. I feel like it's breaking and it's moving around a lot more than I would like. And I think that's because when you have a satin formula, that's already prone to move around, plus this gloss is really, really movable. So the two of them are kind of gliding on top of each other or with each other. But if you had more of a matte finish lipstick, which would be more like stuck to your lips, more fixated, the gloss would still be moving, but it would be the only thing, whereas right now they're kind of both doing it together, if that makes sense. But overall, I don't hate it. I like the lipstick for sure. The gloss, again, if I had the right lipstick underneath of it, I think I would like it a lot more. Super beautiful, super reflective, very, very pretty. And you guys, with that, this is the final look. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think? What do you love? What was your favorite product? What were you like, oh my God, no, please stop? Because I have a couple of those myself. I am gonna go ahead real quick and run through these products, what I like, what I would try again, things of that nature. I will go ahead and start off, first of all, with the Luminous Primer. I actually really like that. I think it gave a beautiful glow to the skin before all the other stuff got involved. I really like the look of that one. I think it does a beautiful job at pearlizing the skin, and I would definitely play around with that one some more. The You're So Jelly Highlight, this one I'm really impressed with, by the way. I picked up Gilded Champagne. I don't know if I said the title. Everything will be linked down below as well, though. But I do really like this. I think it settled beautifully on the skin, even on top of powder. So I am excited to try this under powder next time and see how it looks, see how it sits on the skin, how do things stack up on top of it. It's not too heavy, it's not too thin. It does appear to be like the perfect consistency for sitting on the cheekbones and not sloughing all over the place. I quite liked that. The setting powder I feel like kind of sabotaged me a little bit. I don't know that I would reach for this again just on like a day-to-day basis. Now that I've looked at it and finished my face, I don't even know that I would want this as a finishing powder for the whole face. Maybe as a finishing powder for like the cheekbone region, just to give it a little bit more luminosity, a little more dew to the skin, a little bit more a little bit of a pink sheen, pearlescent, something poppy, maybe I would try it then. But for me, this one just isn't my favorite. I just feel like this isn't something that really matches the overall cohesive looks that I tend to go with. Both of the concealers I'm actually quite liking. They're sitting very nicely on the skin, both alone and together. I think they wore nicely. This blush palette though, I actually really did enjoy. This is a little bit more of a less opaque formula. It's not sheer by any means, but you do have to build it, work with it a little bit, which I like because going into the summer months, we're going to be going into more like dewy or fresh face, and I think this will serve us well transitioning into those months, giving us not only something that you can build up or sheer down on like the opacity level, but also giving us something that has more of a satin or luminous finish. I think this will look very nice. And I also really like the highlight they included. I think that it's a really beautiful one, very, very lightweight, super poppy on the cheekbone, even on my fair ass face, which is fantastic. Loving that. But you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. They're both linked down below. I'm on the quest to be verified, so if you want to help me do that and hang out with me, I check in on Instagram all the time. I post polls over there, ask you guys what you want to see. I hang out, we do skincare stuff. Like, I just hang out all the time, both in my feed and in the Insta stories. So if you'd like to hang out with me more outside of YouTube, you can check me out over there. And if you haven't yet, you can also subscribe and turn on your notifications for this YouTube channel, because y'all, I upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and they go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. It is a fun, fresh, lit time. This family is constantly growing, which is fantastic. Again, let me know your thoughts down below. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Okay, but do I look topless when my tank top slides too far down? Sure do. Okay. I put you in my pocket. I put you in my pocket. Put you in my pocket. Cars, I'm gonna need you to drive by quieter. Thank you. It's really rude that you're annoying me. Stop. Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty glowy looking from all their other products. Oh, that I knew, darling. Oh, that I knew. Get it together. Oh my good lord, emails. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. Looking so glowy, so gorgeous, so glowy, so gorgeous.